Lakshya. Today I'm here to explain you about human digestive system. Now, first of all, let us know about what is digestion. What is digestion? Let's write down here. What is digestion? Digestion is a fancy term. Now, the definition of digestion is breaking down of complex food macromolecules into micromolecules. Breaking down of complex food macromolecules into micromolecules. Okay, I will be writing here definition so that you can read easily. Let's write here so that you can read breaking. Breaking down of complex food macromolecules into micromolecules. Now, what is digestion? The definition of digestion is breaking down of complex food macromolecules into micromolecules. Now, what are macromolecules and what are micromolecules? Macromolecules are larger substance or as bigger substance. Micromolecules are smaller substance. Macromolecules are bigger substance and micromolecules are smaller substance. Now see the definition: breaking down of complex food macromolecules into micromolecules. Breaking down of food macromolecules into macromolecules. Remember, breaking down of food larger substance to smaller substance so it can easily digest. So okay, macromolecules are larger substance to further break it down into smaller substance called micromolecules. This is the digestion. And let's just now the digestion starts itself in the mouth. The digestion starts itself in the mouth by chewing. First of all, the digestion starts itself in the mouth by chewing. We can chew with our teeth, isn't it? Okay, first of all, let us know about teeth. Teeth. There are four main kinds of teeth. There are four main kinds of teeth. First one is incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Now, what are, let us write down here, incisors. Incisors, and second one is canines, premolars, and molars. Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Now, incisors are front four teeth. Front four teeth are called as incisors. See, the front four teeth are these: 1, 2, 3, 4. jar, incisors have incisors are 4 in each jar, and canines are these teeth which is sharp teeth. Okay, these are canines. Here you can find the corner of the teeth. Here, this is the canine, which is sharp teeth. Here on and here on, there are 2 caries in each jar. 2 canines, and premolars are, there are 4 premolars. How many premolars? 4 premolars. Which you see here, you can find premolars and molars. Okay, there are here we can find premolars, and molars are 6 molars. You can find here. You can find molars. Touch and feel. There is a hard type of structure that are called as molars. Okay, here there is a molars teeth called as 6 molars, and 4 premolars and 6 molars. Again, I will be repeating. Incisors. There are 4 incisors, 2 canines, 4 premolars, and 6 molars. Now, incisors helps in biting the food. Incisors helps in biting the food. Biting the food. And canines helps in tearing the food. Tearing the food. Tearing the food. And premolars help, premolars and molars. Premolars and molars helps in grinding, and crushing, grinding and crushing the food. Okay, premolars and molars helps in grinding and crushing the food. Whereas incisors helps in biting the food. Canines helps in tearing the food. Premolars and molars, which are presented somewhere here, helps in grinding and crushing the food. Now, imagine you are eating an apple. When you eat apple, first you will bite the apple with your front 4 teeth, with your incisors. You will bite the apple with your incisors, isn't it? Okay, like this, you will bite the apple with your incisors, and we tear the food with our canines, and we grind and crush with our premolars and molars. As the teeth and in our mouth, the food changes into small pieces. In stomach, it further breaks down into smaller pieces. Now, the child's teeth, the baby's teeth, are called as milk teeth. When the baby borns, the baby teeth are called as milk teeth, and adult teeth are called as permanent teeth. Okay, in adult there are 16 teeth. Overall there are 32 teeth in all. Now let's go for next one. Tongue, the taste organ called tongue. Let's draw here tongue. Okay, the tongue has some taste buds. The tongue has some taste buds. The tongue has taste buds. Those are the tongue has taste buds. Those are here you can find the sweet taste bud. Sweet. Here the taste bud you can find a sweet taste, and here is salty. Salty, and here you can find the taste of sour. And here bitter. Here you can find the taste of sour taste, and here bitter, and here you can find sour taste, and here you can find bitter taste. Here and here you can find salty taste. In the front of the tongue, somewhere here, you can find sweet taste. Okay, these are the taste buds of the tongue. In addition to, tongue helps us to speak. When we eat food, the food mixes with the saliva, isn't it? Saliva. From where do we get saliva in our mouth? From salivary glands. We get saliva from salivary glands. Now let us know about salivary glands. There are totally 3 major salivary glands in our mouth. There are 3 major salivary glands. Today let us learn those 3 major salivary glands. Before learning, let us. Okay, this is a human being. Now, we can find 3 major salivary glands. Let us know where the 3 major salivary glands are located. Here, somewhere here in the interior of earlobe, you can find parotid salivary gland. Parotid salivary gland here, and submandibular. You can find submandibular salivary gland somewhere here. Here you can find submandibular salivary gland. Here you can find sublingual salivary gland, which is 3rd salivary gland. Parotid salivary gland. Parotid salivary gland. Submandibular salivary gland. Submandibular salivary gland and sublingual salivary gland, you can see. Now the parotid salivary gland is presented near the interior of earlobe, somewhere here. This interior of earlobe, here you can find parotid salivary gland, and submandibular salivary gland you can find somewhere here. Okay, this is the submandibular salivary gland you can find here, and sublingual salivary gland which you can find below the tongue. Here below the tongue, the sublingual salivary gland is located. Let us write those names. Parotid salivary gland. salivary gland and sublingual salivary gland. And first salivary, there are three major salivary glands. Those are parotid salivary gland, submandibular salivary gland, and sublingual salivary gland. Parotid salivary gland is located near the interior of earlobe, somewhere here. Let us see the model of this parotid salivary gland, where the parotid salivary gland is located. Here, okay, this is the ear and interior of earlobe, somewhere here. This is the parotid salivary gland, which is located here. Okay, this is the parotid salivary gland and submandibular salivary gland, which you can see here. This is the submandibular salivary gland. Here, when you see, here the submandibular salivary gland is located. This is the submandibular salivary gland. When you see very clearly, this is the submandibular salivary gland and this is parotid salivary gland and sublingual salivary gland, which is presented below our tongue. This is the below our tongue you can find sublingual salivary gland. Okay. Here the three salivary glands are located: parotid salivary gland, submandibular salivary gland, and sublingual salivary gland. Parotid salivary gland secretes serious saliva. This salivary gland, being by parotid salivary gland, secretes serious saliva, which contains water and other enzymes. And when you see the texture of saliva, when you feel the texture of saliva, it's sometimes a thickness, or because of mucin content, mucus cells. Because of mucus cells, you can find that this texture of the saliva very thickness and thickness. Okay, this is because of mucus content, mucin content, mucus cells. And now submandibular salivary gland and sublingual salivary gland contributed in mucin content, mucus cells, which contains mucus cells because of the thickness because of submandibular and sublingual salivary gland, which is presented in our mouth. The sublingual salivary gland is located below the tongue and submandibular salivary gland is located somewhere here. Now, every salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself. Every salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself. Let us see. Parotid salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself, called Stenson's duct. What? Duct? Stenson's duct. Duct means nothing but tube. Duct means nothing but tube. But parotid salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself, called Stenson's duct. Mean the Stenson's tube. Stenson's duct. And submandibular salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself, called Wharton's duct. Submandibular salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself, called Wharton's Wharton's duct. And sublingual salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself, called duct of Rivinus or Bartholin's duct. Duct of Rivinus or else Bartholin's Bartholin's duct. Parotid salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself called Stenson's duct. Submandibular salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself called Wharton's duct. And sublingual salivary gland has its own tube to pour itself called duct of Rivenus or Bartholin's duct. Okay, these are salivary glands. Now when the saliva produce an enzyme called amylase. Produce an enzyme called amylase or thylline. Okay, or thylline, which changes starch into sugar. Starch into sugar, which when we eat the food, when we chew, the amylase, which is contributed in our saliva, the amylase changes the starch into sugar. It changes the starch into sugar, so it is easily to dissolve in or soluble in water. Okay, now see here the amylase changes the starch into sugar. Changes the starch into sugar for easily soluble in water. Okay. This is all about salivary glands, and in next video let us know about some more parts of our digestive system. Till then, bye bye.